Good morning. How we doing? It's a beautiful day out. Beautiful day in the stock market. As usual. How we doing? Hopefully good. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Not much going on today so far. Another kind of wiki long wick on this move. But we're making higher highs. Right? Each and every day. So as the title of the stream says, let's say weekly expansion. We're gonna get continuation. Another day, another all-time high. You see these days right here, it's a little bit different now. Kind of just like a slow grind on the daily chart at the moment. Wicks on both sides, small bodies even. Not really seeing like those classic expansion days who were before. It's a little bit wicky up here, you know? That kind of attributes to this like slow grindish action right here. But that's fine. We can still take trades. Just got to be more picky, right? Got to be more picky. Did they fix that wick on ES? I think they did. That was so annoying, dude. They need to get their shit together. Hopefully y'all got some longs on ES long yesterday that we called out. But as always, we're going to talk about bias, news, POIs, and then do our giveaway at the end of the stream, right? We give away one of these indicators every stream. If you're new here, now you know. Some people are probably tired of hearing me say that, but you gotta remember, the stream grows. New people come in. They don't know what we do every day. So, gotta run it down for them. But right now in the chat, what's the bullish bearish bias, huh? 62% bearish. Okay. 40 votes. Why are y'all bearish? I guess the question is, right, bias at 9:30 open. So what are we going to do at the open? Not how are we going to close today, bullish or bearish? Because I'll be honest, I was leaning a little, bearish right at the open here to sweep some liquidity and go higher. So technically, I'm kind of feeling the same way. Maybe sweep some lows right here. Then go higher, That's been the theme at the open. Sweep lows, higher. Right? Sweep lows, higher. So, sweep some lows here, move higher. But yeah, if you talk about divergence, you can see we have equal highs here, and there's some S&T with NQ and YM at previous day high. Currently, you can see here. So that's that. And you can obviously tell which one's stronger, which one's weaker, what's in the middle, We have a lot of failure swings here and equal highs. I won't be surprised if there's S&T at this low here and we just pump higher. Can you guys hear me okay? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Still just bullish until proven bearish, honestly, for the time being. As for that oil trade, I put in the Discord how this is playing out. All right, we wanted oil to come down, move higher into these equal highs, into this what? Weekly gap right here. And look where we stopped. Bink. Right at high is 97 of this candle. We stopped right at the weekly closing price last week to the tick. So that has now been filled in, as you can see. Pretty cool, right? So that's been filled in. That's kind of my objective has been met now in oil. Don't really hold too much of a bias for it anymore. I mean, the moves are playing out overnight, which is annoying. So like an oil in these conditions, you kind of have to like swing it. You can't really get a day trade. I mean, I guess you could, but it's honestly just the structure on the higher time frame just looks way cleaner than like these lower time frames. Gold, we were looking for longs off this here. Wanted to see this play out to these highs. On the 4 hour, you can see it. Still pending on those highs. I just kind of hide everything. Equal highs here, still pending. We're kind of digging around this weekly candles. 50% of the wick here. Swept out this low, put in on Monday. If it's going to turn, it's got to turn like right now. We've swept this low. So it needs to turn now. So highs you can target. Otherwise, I just see it going for these daily lows. I'll zoom out for you. I just see it continuing this structure here down to this low. Mark that out. This low, 50% of the wick, and then maybe even this low, right? If we're going to continue to sell off in this bearish structure on the daily. For 14 bullish days. So not really seeing anything I like on gold, honestly. I want to see it maybe form a candle 2 here today, midweek reversal. And then we get some bias for Thursday and Friday, maybe up to this high. Could even maybe go up here if we really get some news or something. But yeah. My focus, as usual, indices first. I'm looking at this as being low a day. If you go to ES, it's still sketchy. You have all these lows right here. Okay. And this low. We could take this low out. Form some kind of SMT here with NQ, because NQ's been strongest. So if we're looking to long, just off what I'm seeing so far, NQ is for longs. YM for shorts. And then depending how we open up, we can reevaluate. But yeah, sketchy. You got equal highs, equal lows. So we're kind of just in this consolidation at this point. So that's pretty much the bias breakdown for today. And like what I'm looking at strength-wise, weakness-wise. We look at the daily profile, 7-hour candles, right? The way we use this, each one of these 7-hour candles is a session. So this is Asia, London, New York. Go back and I turn on this indicator here. You can see it as well. Asia, London, and now we're in New York. I have New York turned off because, there's no reason we're trading New York, right? But you can look at the highs and lows of the sessions using the 7-hour candles. So Asia, London, New York. Asia hits this what? Balance. Puts in low a day, hopefully. And we just kind of continue this move higher, right? So London closed outside of Asia's high. So I'm looking for that continuation higher in New York. Preferably want to see these lows stay intact or have some kind of SMT, right? So really just kind of staying bullish until proven bearish. That's it for the daily profile. That's it for like kind of POIs. I mean, we mentioned these lows here. Could sweep to go higher. Could form some SMT. And we mentioned the previous day high. SMT currently. Right here. With ES, NQ, and YM. That's pretty much it. That's our breakdown this morning. And then obviously, again, we're going to give away one of these. We're giving away 2 of these actually in the Discord right now. Those will be winners we picked Friday. Yeah, 14 bullish days, 2 weeks of buying. This has been quite a run. I don't think we ever had a run like this ever in the history of the market. Maybe back when like we were less volatile, you know. You can see once COVID hit, market just got super volatile. I think it's only going to get more volatile. So like you're going to start seeing runs like this a lot more, which is good for us, right? Drops like this, runs like this. The market, in my opinion, is only getting more volatile, which is great for trading, you know? More money being dumped in it. The higher we go, the bigger the swings. Because if you compare like the daily candles to like what we used to get, or even the weekly candles even, we used to have small, back in like the 2010s, small weekly candles. Then we started getting like 1,000 handle candles on the weekly. And then we started getting 2,000, 3,000 handle candles. So it's only getting more volatile over time. Personally, I'm not really looking for an entry at this moment. This moment in time. I mean, you're kind of seeing the swing point form here on the hourly YM for shorts. But again, I'm looking for longs in this structure. We're making higher highs. I'd rather not trade against that. This week really hasn't done much. I mean, look at the weekly candle. Here, here, and here. Hasn't really expanded like we were getting on these weeks, you know? So, that's that. You guys like my painting? That painting was actually painted by this girl who used to trade, believe it or not. Gotta support the traders, man. But yeah, news-wise, just some 10 a.m. stuff. 8:15 really didn't do much. Maybe started this little drop here, but just watching. And then tomorrow, unemployment claims. Friday, NFP. It is NFP week, so we haven't really gotten a Trump tweet in a while. Maybe we'll get a Trump tweet. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm watching today. Indices, you're bullish in oil. TP's been hit. Right, that gap's been filled here. So, actually remove that. Come back and look at it later. Again, gold needs to turn here if it's going to actually take highs. Otherwise, we're going to go past 50% of this wick here on the weekly, and we're already in a deep discount. Right, we're in OTE down here. If it's just going to keep going lower, this is pretty much the last line in the sand if it goes any lower than this. And even that, like, I wouldn't even want to see it come down to this gap. If it does, it'd probably just come down this low. But we got 10 minutes, 9 minutes until the open. I'm locked. I want to set up. I'm locked in. I don't know about you guys. Your boy is locked. If I had a superpower, what would it be? Probably teleport. Most people are like, oh, I'd fly, but it's like I could just teleport instantly to where I want to go. Boom, teleport to Italy for some pizza. Boom, teleport to Egypt to go see the pyramids. Teleport's so boring. Yeah, but it beats everything else. Someone's trying to kill me, I just teleport away randomly. They don't know where I'm at. If I had to choose anything besides teleporting, it'd probably be like, I don't know. Maybe flying or like mind reading or invisibility, maybe. Time travel. But like, why would you want to know what Trump's tweeting? If you could just teleport everywhere. Like, you're trying to make money, but you don't need money if you can teleport. You could literally just teleport into the bank vault and take all the cash and then teleport out. You know? X-ray vision, you're a pervert. Come on. Superpower to get more superpowers? Like, I could teleport in a spacesuit to like the moon and hang out with the astronauts and then teleport back. But even, have you seen the movie Jumper? If I could like hold on to someone else and teleport them with me, yeah, that'd be sick. There's a movie called Jumper. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of old, but it's all about that concept. This guy can like teleport around. You want to be Jewish? I don't think that's a superpower. Show the PC. I put it on Discord. I took a pic of it on Discord. Let me see if I can find a picture. Hold on. I gotta log into my iCloud. Uh, PC. Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, it's too large. Hold on. Let's just show it on here. Boom. That's the PC. Pretty cool, right? Not too shabby. Got the 5090 chilling in here. Got some RGB fans. Got this little light plate. It's pretty cool. Motherboard's right here. The RAM. Power supply's behind this. And it's like glass case on the front and the side. I think it's tempered glass. Looks like an aquarium. I was winning before the PC. Don't get it twisted. It ain't the wand, it's the wizard. What was the GPU? Where can we see the specs? You want to know? Here you go. CPU, Ryzen 9, 9950 X3D, 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM. I got like a 4 terabyte SSD right here. Just using wire connection. And then the 5090. I think it's the Tough Gaming one by Zeus. And then it's like 32 gigs of like VRAM. And that's pretty much it. Power supply is like 1,000 watts. The RAM is like Kingston Fury. Liquid cooler. Motherboard's a Tough Gaming, Wi-Fi, whatever. Yeah, it's overkill for trading. It's not a. It can calculate. NASA computations. No, I haven't gamed in a minute. I actually played Minecraft with some friends like recently, just like to fuck around. But I do want to try it out for gaming. Maybe it'll get me back into it. I got it because I want to play GTA 6 when it comes out. Yeah. But I'm probably play some Rocket League on it or something. My 32-inch monitor and the mounts and everything, my whole setup, the rest of it gets here today. So that'll be delivered through Amazon. I'm gonna mount everything. I'll take a picture and send it in the Discord. You guys can see. But to answer your question, like I used to be big into games when I was in college. Like Fortnite, you got Warzone when it first came out. The last real game I played kind of competitively was like Warzone, like tryhard, like the first Warzone. I don't really play much consistently at all after that. But I'll probably get into like, I like all types of games, dude. I'll play Rocket League. I've played CSGO before. I like teamwork based games like military shooters, like simulation. I got Star Citizen. I can run that thing now. I couldn't run Star Citizen when I first got it. But GTA 9 on the machine. I mean, it's pretty much the best parts you can buy currently. I kind of like, I didn't go for like the one step up for the CPU, the X3D2. But, I mean, it's like a couple $100 difference. It's whatever. But you want to know what I came from, dude? Market's about to open in 40 seconds. I came from a i7 4790K CPU with 8 gigs of RAM. And then I had to put 16 in. DDR3. I had a 2 terabyte hard drive and then maybe like 500 gig SSD. 750 watt power supply. And then I had a 1080 I had a 970 GPU, and then I upgraded it like a few years ago, or maybe when the 1080 Ti came out. I got a 1080 Ti, and that's what I've had for like the past 10 years. So this is a huge upgrade. I plan to keep this PC for the next 10 years, you know? So that's why I went all out. I don't buy stuff like every year. you know. I'd rather just buy the best of the best at the time and just hold on to it for 5 years or so. All right, we're open. Dump, little pop, little chop. I just wanted to make sure the PC wasn't going to hold my trading back while streaming, you know? Like right now, I'm only using, while streaming in 1440p, I'm using what? 5%, 10% max of my CPU, 24% of the memory, and like 15% of the GPU. Like the PC's just cutting through the nonsense. I'm literally using nothing, yeah. Yeah, the 1080 Ti. Do I sometimes take a trade before the open? Not a few minutes before. I usually well positioned before the open on like a 15-minute chart. Let's see, man. You have SMT at this hourly low right here with YM. What's up, Mr. Darth Vader? Let's see, huh? Market does not care about this bearish candle closure. We going higher. Bullish until proven bearish in these conditions, for sure. I mean, you got SMT. You know? So I'm kind of thinking like we don't really need to come back down here even if we're going to run today. Like we're chilling. Look on the sessions. Look at London Low here. London Low's been taken out by ES and YM. So it'll load. This is what I'm talking about. My PC, this is not the problem. It's TradingView taking forever to load this. There we go. So SMT at London Lows. Just watch this high. Would have been sick if you got a candle 3 closure here, but it closed just below the opening price right here. So don't really matter though. You got SMT at these lows. So technically this could be a candle 2 closure. Actually, SMT's here. Need to wait for 10 o'clock, but I'm in no rush to take anything. If we're just going to sweep a high and come back in the range and chop around, then like, not in a rush. Just kind of watching these imbalances here get hit. This high be hit. These 5-minute candles are crazy, dude. That's like, the range so far is 66 handles on that 5-minute candle. Like we're just all over the place right now. Yeah, what does bearish even mean? You could still get little shorts here and there, but they're not as high probability just waiting for the long to form. I'd rather just size decent on the long setups and just wait. All right, so I remember I said watch that high. Let's see if we can get in sync across the board. And Q swept that high. It might want to come down and sweep some lows now. It could want to come down and sweep some lows. These lows here? That we drew out earlier with the red line? Then I want to see a nice closure or V-shape reversal off that to go higher. If we're going to take that out. Right now, up and down and up. Kind of look a little sideways here. London lows right here. You can mark that out. Personally, I like watching the screen more. Yeah, we got 10 a.m. news. Someone mentioned gold shorts. I don't see a swing point or closure to trade away from. We have equal highs here. You're still kind of in this imbalance, being respected, you know? And you have these equal highs. So, good. I think it'll be telling at 10 a.m. London low tagged on NQ. So now let's see what happens. Here's London low. So far, a nice reaction. Yo. What she want to do? Sweep and go higher? We finally tagged like some key session liquidity off this London low. So. You still have this low here on ES. Maybe it wants to come down and tag that. That's current low a day also. But yeah, wicks on both sides at the moment. All right, well, this low's been tagged now. New low day on ES. So daily profile wise, if we're in a reverse on ES, that's going to be like your New York reversal, move higher. Here, still would be Asia low a day with SMT here at low a day. So your Asia reversal to go higher. Without London low, some key session liquidity, and then now this 7-hour candle expands higher. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on NQ. Trade it higher. 6, 7. What? What's this? What's a jewel? What did you just send? Not even a thing. I don't know what that is. Like a gift? Did Jimmy just send me a gift? You just send me $500. $67. It's a gift. YM doesn't look half bad. With this like big pop here and balance hitting the opening price. Little breaker look. If you're low, high, lower low, and we close above it. Doesn't look half bad. Let's see how this 15-minute closes. At 9:45. He sent me a glaze. 67 cents. I can go buy a stick of gum with that. Do we send it on YM before 10 a.m.? You get a 15-minute entry. You just kind of pre-fire this 4-hour closure. I don't know. Kind of sketchy. Personally, I'd rather just wait till 10. Some lows here. Daily lows. Looks like NQ wants to go lower again. Put in a new low. All right, well, we're taking out this low. If we don't reverse off this low, then we might be in trouble for looking for longs. It might want to come down here, put a new low day. SMT at previous day high. Right here. This thing's holding pretty strong though. YM. Yeah, gold down. Let's wait for 10. We got 15 more minutes. We just got a new 15-minute candle, so let's see. This thing's going to the gulag. We could be coming for these lows down here on ES. I don't think we'll get it on NQ. We could, but we're going to hit it first on ES, and that could create some SMT. YM's holding strong. -1 up. We're in the -2 now. Watch this low. What's funny is like this sell-off isn't really that big. Like compared to like some of the daily candles we've gotten before. Like we're still pretty small on the range. Like on the average range here. It's gonna be smaller because the last 5 days have been pretty mellow. But let's watch. I was kind of marking out POIs, see if we react with anything. We're about to take out this low here on ES. Yeah, watching it just run kind of sucks, but no entry for me yet. The harder the dump, the bigger the bounce. I mean, we're due for a pullback. Like, it'd be an outside day. We could sweep out previous day low. We're at 50% of the previous candle. Like the range looks big when I have it like this, but that's because we're like kind of zoomed in, you know? This whole range is only like 60 handles on ES, which is not that big at all. For like a 1 hour range. ES clean on 15-minute. I don't see an entry or swing point to trade away from. To the gulag. All right, well, previous day low taken out on ES. You still have equal lows. Pending. 50% being hit on NQ. What's it gonna be? These are like, these 1 minute candles, like this is a 60, 75 handle retracement in 3 minutes. Market wildin'. Good morning. The market be wildin'. The market be retracing. Look at this 15-minute. Right here. I mean, to confirm this, you're going to have to close all the way up here. Honestly. We might just trade the invalidation of the bias. I mean, depending on how this first retracement goes here off this dump. We can maybe grind a bit, back up, and then go lower, you know? Really just need to see if we're just going to do some whipsaw stuff. Like, there's really no way to get in. Unless you're just blindly buying the bottom. I feel a lot more comfortable trying to long if we had swept this low here. I mean, we did sweep out some daily lows, but let's see. Are we going to come down here? Yeah, bearish continuation at 10 o'clock. That could be the play. I wouldn't mind that. We got 2.5 minutes until 10. Sorry. 5.5 minutes until 10. Gold sweeping that low. Oil dump off that gap fill on the weekly here. What's gold doing? We'll watch this at 10 o'clock too. 15-minute fair value gap short? Nah, I don't enter off fair value gaps. Is ISM news at 10 important? It's not like the top of priority, but it is like red folder. Usually like the order of importance. I place emphasis on like FOMC, anytime Trump or like the Fed chair speaks, CPI, NFP. Those are like your four main ones right there. But we got 3 minutes until 10. Guess we have a speaker, but nothing crazy. Kind of a back and forth kind of week. You know? Not really a lot of like one-sidedness, except for like the general direction we've been in so far. Whereas like here, we're getting some nice higher time frame structure, right? Sweeping out lows or SMT, right? Then we kind of get in this little like sideways grind to the upside. Did I trade the day before NFP? I trade every day. The setup's there, I'm taking it. All right, 2 minutes till 10. Two minutes. See if we get this low taken out. We'll see how this 30-minute closes. How the 4-hour closes. How the hourly closes. I mean, this 7-hour, it's kind of looking a little bearish. Again, we're digging into these down close candles. Whipping out a low. So just kind of feeling like up in the air at the moment of what the market wants to do. And usually when that's the case, I just sit and wait for more info. Give you a kiss? You don't kiss your bros, dude. What are you doing? Your bros need love too. Well, let's see, huh? 30 seconds. Till low priority, high impact news. I don't know what you just said, but it got retracted. Beat picks? Nah, you have to pay for these. It's $1 million feet. You have to pay for them. Clip that, clip that. These $1 million trades, $1 million feet. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. Bearish closure there on the 4-hour. Here. Same with the 1-hour. With the 30-minute. We just look for continuation shorts down to the until ES kind of takes this low out and then go from there. If there's enough meat on the bone, I do like how we immediately opened up and retraced higher. for a short. What the hell just happened? The question is, which one to short? Honestly, I wouldn't mind an ES short. If we put in a little up close candle here, stay in the T spot right here, close below, something like this, real quick. I'll take that. We'll scalp to this low. Yeah, this is being weird. There we go. Yeah, so I'm saying the news does zero. It's not. It doesn't really. The news isn't really that important. It's not one of those, priority high impact ones. CPI, FOMC, anytime Trump or Fed chair speaks, NFP. Those are like your main four. Those are the ones I wouldn't hold a trade through, or trade right before. Something like this, I would. If I was writing a short, I would just keep holding it through this. Like, we're hitting. There's a 15-minute imbalance here we could tap into. We're hitting a 5-minute imbalance right here. The 15-minute one's right here at 94.50. So I'd like to tap that before shorting to go lower, which it looks like we might. Or get some kind of SMT at that imbalance. Give me a little 3-minute swing to put my stop on to take it lower. That's tapped into a 15-minute imbalance. That'd be nice. Good morning, man. It's late. It's 10 o'clock. Where you been? Didn't get that candle 2 closure here. Gold doesn't look that enticing. I'd rather just look for a short, continuation short on this, or if it's going to reverse, let it reverse, and we'll just try to continuation higher. And this is 4:30. Let's go. I got up at like right before 6. I woke up and then kind of just chilled for a bit. Let's hit the imbalance. Gimme, gimme. We hit that imbalance, we can maybe even get a 15-minute entry if it's going to close like, hit this imbalance. And then immediately close back below. Give us good RR. We could put a stop on like a 15-minute. I'm saying we got kind of like entries all kind of aligning. I'll be honest, if this thing just closes below here now, it'd be a like, I wouldn't be as confident in the short, but you can still take it without hitting that 15-minute imbalance. It'd still be valid. So let me just get ready just in case that is the case. It's just kind of annoying when you have an imbalance pending like that. But if we form some kind of SMT at that imbalance, so like NQ hits it and ES doesn't, then I'll feel way more confident. Because that's just a little SMT, right? But like something like this. 2R down to like this low. Just get it situated on there, just in case. Personally, I want to see it come up. Hit this high. We'll see. If there's SMT at that imbalance, I'll feel way more confident in it. Let's see. Is there a tiny imbalance right here? 89. There is a tiny little imbalance right there. Let's see. Hit that. Hit this imbalance here. Take the high out. Then close below. Yeah, YM did it. I don't know. YM's been the strongest out of this drop, so I'm not really interested in shorting that. Close. 92.50. Wait, what? 90. I'm looking at the wrong chart. 48. This thing's kind of. Let's see, man. I think if we close below here, I might just take it. It's 5 minutes still respecting this imbalance here. You see? We're in the T spot. We're formed the wick. Still a valid setup to short. But I'm sweeping this high. Hitting a 5-minute POI. And we would technically be shorting the weakest one. Looks like ES is weakest out of all these. Currently. And you have clear equal lows below to target, right? I probably wouldn't try and get fancy with the stop here. I'll just put it at the high. It's haven't taken a trade all week yet, man. Give us something. All right, 10 o'clock. What are we doing? Gimme, gimme. All right, we hit that high on NQ. What's ES going to do? Hit that imbalance, right? There's a little SMT now, this 15-minute imbalance currently. Are we going to, I want to see, if we're going to close below, I want to see it happen like on this candle right here. We got 2 minutes. Otherwise, if we just keep kind of like chopping a little bit and then close below, I'm just viewing that as a consolidation at this point, you know? Or it needs to put in a new up close candle in here, then close below that. We can go short. Bark. What games do y'all play? While we're sitting here waiting. What games do y'all play on PC? I have Escape from Tarkov. I got all of it. I used to game. If it reverses, we'll just trade the continuation. All right, who said gold is ripping up? This thing has not moved really. What are you watching? The 10-second? Look at that wick. All right, new high. We put in, wait. We're putting in a new swing high here. Let's see if we hit that. Red Dead Redemption 2? Yeah, I got that as well. I don't know, bro. I don't really like COD. I used to be like a Modern Warfare 2 fanatic. Black Ops 1 was my game. The zombies and all that. Battlefield 6, that'd be fun actually. I used to be obsessed with like Battlefield, Battlefront back in the day. Single player and the multiplayer. But yeah, we'll have to play some games or something. What should be my first game I play? That's the question. I haven't even downloaded Steam on this PC yet. Only thing I have downloaded, Discord to chat with you guys, OBS to stream, and then TradingView. So it's got nothing on it. It's literally just got just trading and streaming stuff. All right, let's turn. It would be sick now if we close back below this candle here. And I'll go short. If not, and we just keep retracing this up, and we start closing outside of this T spot here, then we might be reversing back to these highs, you know? We might just leave this equal low. Take it easy on the 4 terabyte. Again, if this candle's going to expand lower, we want to see a smaller wick, right? We don't want to see a large wick. It needs to stay below the 50% of the previous candle. And we're already kind of closing outside of it here on NQ. Just kind of sucks. Like this candle at the open would have been nice if we had some SMT down here. If we are going to reverse. Could get a candle 3 closure on the 15. Uh-oh. OBS Studio disconnected. You guys see me still? Can you guys see me? Hello? Get rid of this. Okay. Did it cut out at all? I just got a notification that said OBS disconnected. That might be cap. OBS is buns? What do y'all use? So there's no... Oh, I cut out for 3 seconds? Okay. I don't know what that's about. That's the first time it's ever happened. I'm streaming at 20 kilobytes per second. Is this going to be one of those days where it just drops again at open and chops in the morning? That's what happened yesterday. It kind of dropped, and then we kind of just slow grind it up. This thing might be reversing. Without an entry. Thanks. I would still take this short if it closed below it, like right now on this candle. I would still take it. Even though it technically closed above the 50%, I still take it. I just wouldn't want to see it run anymore. Because you're also going to disrespect this imbalance right here. If we close above. Sorry, close below right here. So, we're in a premium right now. But man, oh man. No audio. What you mean? Still no audio? Y'all are messing with me, man. Quit playing. Kind of annoying. Like we get the closures right, just not seeing that follow through. And like this short technically is against what? This higher time frame like move on the daily, you know? Even the 4-hour structure is still bullish on NQ. You can maybe make a case that we're in a consolidation, sweep out the low to go higher here on ES. But in theory, you're still trading away from these, you know, the higher time frame narrative of all-time highs. What are we going to do? Close below? Because I will hop in. Six and a half handle stop. See how like violent this was, and see how kind of like lethargic this retracement is? It doesn't really feel like a reversal. It just kind of feels like we're retracing after expansion to expand again, you know? Phases of price. Consolidation, sweep up the consolidation high, expand, retracement, expand, down to these engineered lows. Pretty clean. It just needs to close below so we can get in. Because, I mean, we have 10 minutes until this 30-minute closes. 11 minutes. I want to see it start to run here and close below. Even better if we start to reverse here off this deep retracement on NQ. But this is a pretty clean setup. Only thing I don't like is that it's trading against that, like I said, that higher time frame, like daily bias that we have for just all-time highs, just long. But these lows are so clean down here. And yeah, we swept out these, right? These nuts. But we still have this low here. The tiny daily imbalance right here too. See that? Tiny daily imbalance below that we could want to tap into. That could be a nice little draw. What is that wick? Do you ever think about making a website for myself? I have one. Look at bottom right of the screen. FairValueGuide.com. Unfinished business. Bring out the magnet. It's time to short. $14 minis. Gimme. No more lag. Ha 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 ha. No more lag on the PC. All right, we got a minute. I can't wait to short. Closes just like that. Boom. That'd be perfect. Get a nice little RR. Little 30-minute continuation lower. Don't want to just see it sweep us low and come back higher. This thing's selling off. But we are holding this. We just wicked that opening price. Yeah, see. Couldn't close below, man. What the heck? Kind of makes me think we might just sweep this low. And move higher, maybe? Or we could close it below on this candle. That's fine. but we want to see it close around here below it so we get a nice RR. So I'm just going to market order in, stop up here. Get your long order in. Where? I don't even see where you would want to buy in. Let's zoom out a second. Ooh, 15-minute entry? To ride the new 4-hour candle down? Ooh. And you have SMT here at a POI. You would have a little bit wider of a stop. A 15-minute entry would be close below here on a 15-minute. That's in 7.5 minutes. We might get the closure before then on a 3-minute. So if we start selling off down here and close down here, I'm going to set a limit here instead of just market ordering down here to get a better RR. Is it too close to getting an M30 now, though? Honestly, no. I wouldn't say so. Because this high, if we close below, should stay protected, right? But then you got to think about, oh, there's a 30-minute imbalance here. It could want to sweep. So I see your point. It doesn't look like it wants to close below. It keeps wicking it. So we might form a candle 2 that we can trade lower immediately, right? So open up, hit this 30-minute imbalance, sweep out the high, and immediately come back down and trade lower. That could happen as well. But I'm with you. It's a little late in this 30-minute candle, actually. And we're kind of refusing to close below. So, sketchy, right? I probably won't take this, actually. I'm going to wait. Unless we just start dumping and we kind of get in sync here. I don't know, man. It's a little... honestly, it just feels like we're going to dump. But I'm going to wait. Let's wait. We got 2 more 30-minute candles. If it dumps, it dumps. We can maybe get on the 15-minute. You know? Just have a little bit wider of a stop. But we did get the closure just now. It's just so late in this 30-minute. So, technically, you could short here. I'm going to wait because we only have 2 more 30-minute candles. We're about to create this 30-minute imbalance here, right? It could want to open up. Sweep this high, which is hitting this imbalance. Then go lower, you know? It could. If everything was in sync, you know, and we're actually kind of dropping lower on across all, I feel a lot more confident about taking this a little bit later in this candle. But if it does drop here, and this high is going to stay protected, we can just enter on a 15-minute to go lower. Stop it like the body high right here. Let's watch. Let's see. We've saved ourselves from 2 losses this week by kind of just being patient and not trying to force things. So, manual manipulation right there on the 1 minute. Are we really calling out manual manipulation on 1 minute charts right now? Come on, do better. Crackhead mode engaged. See, I'm glad we didn't take that. I wanted to. Don't get me wrong. We're hitting this little inversion imbalance here. That needs to hold if you're short that. But like I said, we're not disrespecting this imbalance on NQ. Or this could be, since ES is weaker, just a deeper retracement, sweeping out a low. Right? There's SMT at this low right here. It doesn't feel like we're in sync really. It just feels like sell off, pump, chop, you know? All right. 3 more minutes till new 30-minute. And a new 15-minute. This price action will maybe go insane. No, it's setting up. It's looking like somewhat still decent. You're about to have an inside bar here on the 30-minute. Across these two. Oh, a 15-minute intro NES. Not too bad. Yeah, literally, the market's like 1 move a day. If you don't catch it, you just leave. Is everyone's audio messed up? For the stream? Can you guys not hear me? What's wrong with it? Might be your headphones, dude. I'm getting no's and yeses. Reboot my shit. I've only seen 2 people say it's not good. Okay, audio's fine. Yeah, maybe just restart your browser or something. Also, like, see how we like wicked this opening price and came back in? Usually you just want to see it come down and close below. Just sketchy, bro. And we're not really disrespecting any of these bullish arrays that are currently supporting price on NQ. So if we reverse here, then we're probably going to sweep this high. So I'm glad we didn't take this short here. There's a little bit more to the fractal model than just blindly entering off a protected high that looks good on paper. Like, you got to consider how far along we are in these higher time frame candles. Are we in sync or not? Right? This market's very tricky. Where's your stop going to be? Is it going to be an imbalance? You know, there's an imbalance right here. Is your stop going to be at the top of that? Right? You could easily just want to wick that, then go lower. That's probably why you feel like you're getting stop hunted. Your stop's at a higher time frame imbalance. Now let's see if we wick that and go lower. Right? This thing ain't doing dick. Let me just retrace that whole move down. Nice. It might not want to stop you out. Who knows? You could have SMT. You could be saved by some SMT here. But when do you trade the invalidation of the invalidation? That's called chop. And that's when I just get off. Let's trade the invalidation of the invalidation of the invalidation. That's big brain. Yeah, just go be Goyim. It's like these people trying to like reinvent the wheel on their YouTube videos. Like, this is how you trade the invalidation of the invalidation. It's like, bro, you basically just say this is how you trade consolidation. This is how you trade chop. Exactly. Market makers can keep things dumb AF longer than you can stay solvent. The market can be irrational longer than you can stay rational and solvent. And your stop was right here. You got a little T. Wait, what's the high? 97. Yeah, wait. Yeah, that hit your stop. If your market order stop was at that high, you got market ordered out. Right there. So I'm glad we didn't take that. What's the volume? We didn't even check the volume really at 10 o'clock. 48%. That's not too bad. 33. Ugh. Let me zoom out here. I feel like I'm watching Chop now. We said to get like a 5-minute entry lower. Yeah, I mean, Inky just reversing without giving us a nice swing. Or a sweep at the low, right? Oh boy. What a fun market. If you're not positioned before the open, if you're not positioned in chop and then just kind of play the guessing game, whether it's going to go higher or lower, you miss out on this for the most part. And you got to sit through this. I use a fractal model. Yes. Fractal model. Gold not doing anything. Chopping around. Oil. We'll hit a 4-hour imbalance right here. Do we look for an oil short? Early CISD on the hourly daily. This. What the heck? It's glitching out. Not the most entertaining stream. Hasn't been the most entertaining week, honestly. I haven't taken a single trade. But that's fine. Made 20K last week. Still got 2 more days. I mean, if you look at the daily, it hasn't really been that clean. Or one-sided expansion moves. Just kind of wicks on both sides in the market. Every day this week. This does not look very one-sided, does it? We're trying to get shorts too. Like, we're trying to get setups. It just doesn't want to fall. I kind of like, this is equal highs, you know? These are equal highs right here. So I don't really want to short away from that. It would suck if it just kind of like closes below here. Because I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to trade away from these equal highs. Let's go sweep those equal highs and then dump. Because it hasn't technically tapped into this 30-minute imbalance yet. We could get the short, guys. We could get this low. We just got to be patient. Let everything get in sync. Let this thing retrace some. It could even want to take out a high. Let the SMT form. And then we go lower. I'm not taking it if we close below here. Unless we take this high out first. And then we'll probably put in a new up close candle to go short from. Dude, gold, hourly, gold 15 minute. I mean, sorry, what am I looking at? I'm looking at oil. Oil 15-minute short. What do we think? I'm liking this imbalance that we've hit in this T spot. Immediate rebalance, the 4-hour range. Close below here. We can close below here. Ride this 4-hour candle lower to the -4 to this low. Whoo! I mean, we swept out a high, tapped in balance, filled it in. I don't know, man. That's looking kind of crispy. Little sweep of the high, little sell model. Outside of the curve. Maybe that's the sleeper play. We're not really getting anything on gold. Not really getting anything over here. Maybe we're sleeping on oil. Let me set an alert for when that crosses, so I know it's coming down. Don't miss it. Big brain. I'd rather short oil than this currently. Okay, so we tapped into this 30-minute imbalance, barely. As you can see. Here. Is she ready now? Is that all we needed? There's currently SMT at this high. It's a pretty tight stop. It's like 5 handles. See how this just looks like expansion met with a retracement to then expand lower. Some might call that a bear flag. You bearish? I'm nothing right now. I'm weight maxing. Patience maxing right now. many likes we got? We got 43 likes, 50 something likes. Nice. Appreciate you guys. Just trying to stay and preserve capital in this environment. Like a sharpshooter. Pick your shots. Are we gonna dump here? Technically, this is a up close candle right here. Wait. No, it's not. Sorry. I keep looking over here when trying to look at the prices. I mean, it looks like YM wants these lows. We could still get a 15-minute entry here. It would just need to close within this candle or the next. Usually it's like 3 candles after it forms a protected high. I give it like 2, 3, maybe 4 candles depending on what the price action looks like. This thing looks ready to dump to the low. If I weren't streaming, would you close the laptop? I'll probably sit here until 11:30, 11-ish. I would sit here till 11 usually. I usually close it if I'm not streaming. If I know if it already looks like a really bad day, then I'll just close it by like 10:30. But since I'm on stream, I'll sit here till like 11-ish with you guys. But if I'm sitting here and I kind of see a potential for a setup to form, you know, I'll still sit here a little around, like even when I'm not streaming. If I see the potential for a setup to form. But at a certain point, when it gets to a certain time of the day or the morning, you kind of just draw a line in the sand and be like, all right, this is like the last ditch effort for this idea. And then we kind of just keep grinding higher. Then you're like, all right, I'm just getting off. But most days, before I started streaming, I would still sit down every day and watch the market. Unless, obviously, it's like a half day. It was a bank holiday. Then I just take the day off. But I would at least watch the open. See how the day develops. Still get that seat time, that chart time. And then you just know going into it, like, okay, I'm way more cautious today. Probably not going to get a set today, but I'll watch. Just to train the eye, you know? Would you even open the laptop if the pre-market looks dog? See, pre-market looking dog for me is when we have an overnight expansion. If we have a small range overnight, then I get excited because I'm like, oh, that means New York could expand. I'm probably not going to take this short. It's a little too choppy for me. Right here, see? I'm probably not going to take that. We can watch it though. We're still making higher highs and higher lows on NQ here. We're halfway through this 30-minute. A little 15-minute imbalance here. And technically, that's a valid setup, but again, just like this one over here, it just kind of feels like we're in chop. If anything, we can wait for this candle to close, candle 2, and then get on side for candle 3 and candle 4 to go lower. But what did the giveaway at 11? That's like 15 minutes. Giveaway at 11 a.m. I'm gonna zoom out because I feel like I'm just watching Chop now. But yeah, like Eddie said, not even opening the laptop. I mean, you have to open the laptop to check if price action's good. But I see what you're saying. Just like stepping away once you realize it's buns. But I treat it like a job. Like I do this full time. I'm gonna sit here for at least a few hours if I think there's a potential for a setup. Which book am I reading currently? Could you please suggest one to get clear mindset? I guess you meant. I'm not reading any trading books. I haven't read a trading book in a while. You want a voice chat channel in Discord? Right now it's just text channels and then the stage. Also, speaking of voice chat, who's down to do a Q&A? Let me do a poll. I don't know why this poll's still on. Q&A later this afternoon. Probably like 2 or 3-ish this afternoon. Discord. Vote on that. Need to post some clips to your socials? I post one a day. I'm posting one a day currently. We could do a Q&A, record it, make it available for those who aren't there. Actually vote on that poll because I want to see the head count and get a rough idea. I guess I could post in the Discord as well and just be like, react to this message if you do a Q&A. Uh-oh. I think my Amazon, all my goodies got delivered. The rest of the setup. I can't make it earlier because I have to go to the gym and eat lunch. So it'd probably have to be like 2 p.m. at the earliest Eastern time. This is kind of starting to play out. But yeah, watch this low. If you took that short there, you need to watch this low. Wait, what's oil doing? Nothing. Has not come down yet. You want to see it close below that low? Hmm. 15-minute hitting this like rejection block right here. Sketchy. I'm saying this price action is not it. Why didn't I take it? Because of this shit right here. No, just because like nothing's really in sync. I mean, kind of feels like this is just the move for the day. I want to see something obvious. Like it's too choppy on the 3-minute now for me. Even on the 1-minute. I'm looking for something on like a higher time frame at this point. Once we're, so I'm saying most people they see this chop and they want to go lower and lower to find something. I'll go higher to get a better read. And zoom out. I mean, you just hit this 15-minute rejection block right here. Think. And swept this low out, right? Could want us to take these highs. Same thing with ES, or in Q. We swept some lows. We'll see. I mean, it could dump. You have a nice little draw down here, but it just kind of feels 50-50. It's just not in a hurry to do anything. I like trading days where like you can obviously just tell price is running for something. And it doesn't really feel like it's really running for this low. Up in here. Especially when it retraces pretty deep like that. I mean, you kind of have this like broadening formation look currently. You know? It's easy to get sucked in on these lower time frames. Like originally we wanted to see it turn with speed off this retracement and then go lower, right? We didn't get that. We just started chopping around up in here. So like the short idea in my opinion, like on the 3-minute is kind of just kaput. Too much time has passed. You didn't get a candle 3 expansion here. And also, why didn't I take that? Well, because like technically this is a candle 2. You're trying to trade lower. I only trade candle 2s when it's very obvious. You maybe have some SMT at the highs, right? This is still a candle 2. You need to let that close and then trade candle 3 and candle 4 down. Don't get caught up on these lower time frames. You're going to start pattern trading. Take that L. Let's watch. You just hit a tiny, tiny imbalance right here. If we close below here, I'd probably move stop there from this high to here. So basically like right where you entered. If you entered on the closure. But good golly, what happened to the market? They patched the market again. Y'all saw my reel I posted yesterday? They patched the market, dude. Can't make money anymore. They have to come out with that summer update, hopefully next week. Because right now the game's broken. I'm going to delete this. But yeah, I'm going to set a poll out. let's do a giveaway here in a second. We'll see how 11 o'clock opens, and we'll kind of just do a quick time frame check across the board, and then probably do the giveaway. Three minutes until 11. Why did you not take the M5 at 9:35 after the sweep? On which asset? This one? Entry like right here? Like that? Or here? Or here? Down here or here? Which one are you talking about? The first one or the second one? The M5 on ES 935. Here? Because I was bullish. Bullish on the day. I was looking at long NQ. And where's the 1 hour closure to short away from? There's no model up in here. There's no 1 hour swing point to short away from. Explain 2R to me like I'm 10. You risk $1 to make 2. Every dollar you risk, you make double that. Yes, we have a giveaway. I was going to do it here in the next 30 seconds. But NQ put in the swing, and ES was the bearish asset. NQ didn't even put in the swing until we closed down here at 10 o'clock. So we already dropped by then. See? So by the time that 1 hour candle closed at 10 o'clock, we'd already dropped. And right when this candle closed below, I'm still looking for longs. If I'm in short, should I hold or take exit? That's up to you, dude. You trade your plan. I already told you why I'm not getting in. Price action's buns. Am I 30? No, bro. I'm 28. Would it not have been trading at candle 2, though, which then should have been protected high? Yeah, but I don't trade candle 2 unless it's obvious. And if the candle 2 is going against my bias for longs, I'm not going to trade it. If you have any more questions about it, we can talk about it on the Q&A today. Let's do the giveaway. Giveaway time. Onk. The giveaway keyword is not going to be onk. It's going to be flat. I like flat. Or annoying. No, we'll make it giveaway keyword flat. Boom. Appreciate it, Carson. You're the most underrated, the GOAT, most underrated trader, hands down. Appreciate it. Just trying to document what I do every day. A lot of chart time. It took a lot of chart time to get to this level, if you want to call it that. Doesn't happen overnight, but I didn't know anything about trading. I didn't even know what R multiple was. I didn't know what 2R was, 3R, like any of that risk reward probability stuff. I didn't know what any of that was until like a year in, which is crazy to think about. You know? So we all start from zero. We all start from the same spot. We'll wait when this 5-minute candle closes. We'll end the giveaway. I feel like you don't have as many viewers as the others because you don't trade every day, so people think you don't know what you're doing. Everyone impatient, but they are missing out on the lore. Everyone trading every day. Here's the difference. Like maybe their system allows for trading every day, but I'm not here to entertain. I'm risking my own money. I'm not trading prop right now. I'm trading my own cash in the market. How do you enter? Just type the word flat. So like I'm not going to sit here and like try and entertain someone just to get some viewers. Like I'm risking thousands of dollars. Whereas most people are just risking like $100 or $70 for a prop account, right? So and you also don't know what someone's spend is either. Like how much they actually spent to get that payout. That's the thing. Oh, I got 100K payout. Yeah, but you spent 75K to get that. So you really only made 25K, you know? So ask someone how much they spent. Tell them to show it. What's your spend? And then even then it's like, oh, let's say you spent like 50K, right? To make 100K. So you really only made 50K. Like, let's say you made a 100K payout, but you spent 50K on prop evaluations to get that, right? So you made 50K, but is losing $50,000 worth of accounts, right? That's probably like hundreds of prop accounts. But what's the max drawdown on all those hundreds of prop accounts that you lost on, that you blew? Like what, 5K? So you're not actually losing $50,000 in trading of your own money. You're actually losing, when you consider the drawdown, it's like what, 5K per account? Let's just make it even. You lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in simulated trading capital to make $100,000 in real, payout money. So that's not good. That's not actually good trading at all. You're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in simulated traded funds to get $100,000 payout. That's not real trading, So that's the game you play though when you're trading prop. But me, like every dollar I lose is my money. So how can you spend 50K on accounts? You'd be surprised. So I went a little tangent there. But like you got to understand the game. There's different. Each route you take, there's a difference in how you trade. And just because someone gets a 100K payout, you don't know what they spent to get that, right? They could still be in the hole. They could have spent 200K on, on prop accounts. These prop firms, they make millions a month. We'll end it here in the next 30 seconds. But as always, like you should use prop as a tool to build your own live account. That's always been my stance. If you don't have the capital to trade your own money, use prop as a tool, a means to an end, to build your own live account. And then if something does happen to the prop account, so your firm you're with blows up, or they rug pull somebody, or regulation steps in and they get rid of them, you still can trade, right? You built that account. Do you withdraw after every win? I trade for the month and pay yourself, just like you said. I run the account up, reset it back to a fixed dollar amount the next month. 5-minute longs. I think I'm done for the day, honestly. Just not the best PA. Watch it just start to run now when we get off stream. That'd be funny. All right, 76 people in. What amount would I start with in personal? I'll answer that question, then we'll do the giveaway. It depends on what your goal is. Is your goal to just have some skin in the game and learn about yourself and work out the mistakes you make? Or are you already established with your system making money with props and you want to start a personal? Right? And then the goal is now to make a living off of trading your own money. You need more money to do that than you do to learn with, right? If you can throw a few $1,000s in AMP futures, the broker I use, and just trade micros to get a feel and have some skin in the game, right? Without all the prop rules. Or you can just go buy a small prop account, and that way you have skin in the game that way. You're just gonna have to deal with their extra rules, right? So it depends on what your goal is. Is your goal to like support yourself because you already know what you're doing? Or is it to learn and have some skin in the game to kind of see and work out those kinks you make, those mistakes you make, emotional mistakes, whatever, now that you have real money on the line? So I hope that answers your question. We can talk about it more in the Q&A. But let's choose the winner here. Milind Pawar. I hope I say that right. Milind Pawar. You are the winner for the fractal model indicator. 1 month free. DM me on Discord. I'll get you that. Send me a screenshot of you logged into this account right here, and I will send over your code for 1 month free of the fractal model fractal model indicator. DM me on Discord. If you're not in Discord, make sure you join that. Also, you can DM me on IG or X. But for the Q&A, I'm going to send an announcement here in a second once I close the stream about doing that this afternoon. And it'll probably be like an hour or so long. Come in there, bring your questions, and we can go over all those things, and we'll record it and make it available for those who couldn't make it. So appreciate you guys for coming. I love the questions. Keep them coming. And if it sounds like I'm like harping on something, it's not me harping on you. It's just because I get passionate about trading in general, right? I hope you can hear it in my voice. I'm not harping on you. I'm harping because I'm locked in. Like, I'm passionate about what I talk about, what I do. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. See you later today for a Q&A. Probably sometime this afternoon around 2 or 3-ish, I'm thinking. And as always, if you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you enjoyed today's stream, hit that like button. Peace out, guys.